Well, I need to start somewhere, right? I should have thought about it before I pressed that button. I have had a kind of like a blog of some sort for, I don't know, 15 years. I mean, I have had numerous blogs, and what was always the same about them is that they were public and like open, accessible to anyone and everyone. And this, because this just matches my, what's happening in my soul, matches my internal experience of being public and open and accessible to everyone. Oh crap. So I used to keep the blog. I used to like write in there when I was still friends with my narcissistic ex-friend, until at some point I understood I cannot keep it up anymore. I just couldn't write there. I couldn't speak. I kind of went pretty numb. I mean, I would talk to my friend, but the blog became way too difficult. Because basically, like, any thought that I had would be accompanied by very unpleasant emotions, like a flood of very unpleasant emotions. It was like a lot of work. So I kind of just abandoned it. And since I broke contact with my ex-friend, which was in the beginning of March last year, I've created, and I've been blogging in a channel in a messenger. And what do you want? As always, I made the channel public and open and accessible to everyone and anyone. And I even linked to it in my profile where I post my texts, which is how we met with my ex-friend. He read my text. I blocked preemptively my ex-friend, the guy who he lives with, and one more person, my third number two. And I kind of just left it at that. Felt like, okay, if you find it and if you wanna, like, whatever, this is already a fucking fairy tale, and in my mind I cannot do this sort of thing. I cannot make realistic predictions about someone's behavior if it's like not based in a pattern I'm observing, and I have not observed that. How would you observe stalking? That's kind of the point of it. It's stealthy. So yeah, I thought, like, whatever, if someone sees that link and goes there and like they see they're blocked and they like try to like still infiltrate it somehow, whatever, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I will not know anything about it, so how would I give a fuck? And then there was a situation with a person I know. We're not friends, but she lives in a different city, and when I go there like twice or 3 times a year, sometimes we meet for like to have dinner, and maybe I can like bunk at her place for like a night or something. And yeah, if she comes here, I think we went on a couple of hikes together, so it's kind of this very casual acquaintance sort of thing. Like I send her pictures of birds because she likes birds sometimes, and maybe she sends something to me too, I don't remember. The point is, I know this person through the guy my narcissistic ex-friend lives with, and I think she's still in contact with them, of course, because I mean nothing happened for them. So she subscribed to that channel that I keep. I was like, what do I do about it? And I'm a big fan of not doing anything. Is it running? Let me check. It is running. Oh crap. So I thought about it for like a few days when she subscribed. Like, should I tell her to please unsubscribe? Should I like ask her not to convey any information about me to them? Should I just block her too and like whatever, it's my private channel or something, even though it's public and accessible to everyone? But yeah, eventually I decided not to do anything. Like, I haven't decided, that's just what I do. I don't do fucking anything, because like, I'm not actually being affected. Like the effect that I feel on me is just because of my head. It's not because of the. There are no actions that I know of. It's just like she's subscribed to the channel. I can see her in the profile information. Maybe she reads something. Okay, like I don't have actually any data. So like I was like, yeah, whatever. And then, because I actually cannot make any predictions, I've been comparing my narcissistic ex-friend with a girl I was friends with when I was around like 20, 21, and it was so weird. I think a few months after I broke contact with my narcissistic ex-friend, I started remembering the girl, and they were like basically the same person. It's kind of the same kind of situations. The words could be different and like the topics, but the kind of the structure of the behavior and the arguments or whatever those were they were the same, and I was like, oh shit, I've been there before. Why am I? Yeah, so that girl, that didn't last for so long. That long, maybe like a year, like 18 months. We were always on the phone. Again, like another similar point there. So like I don't chat for hours daily with anyone, and I don't like call anyone and like spend hours talking to them normally. But in both these friendships I would do that, doing something kind of atypical for myself. So that was another like weird point. So yeah, that friendship with that girl back then, I don't remember, Kitty, because like what was kind of the impetus for me to stop it. But I remember how it happened. I was at her house, and there was the usual communication, which was problematic, and I walked out, and while I was walking from her house to my house, I was like, I'm not gonna do this anymore. Like, why the fuck do I need it? And then I just stopped contacting her and stopped responding to her, and she stalked me via that blog that I kept. At that point, I had never blocked anyone. I think I eventually... I'm not sure if I blocked her eventually, actually. I remember I blocked another person later that I didn't even know, but yeah, like another stalker. Just online stalker. So yeah, she just kept commenting on my posts and something for about, I would say, like 4, 5, 6 months. And then it stopped. I mean, commenting stopped. I don't know if she kept reading or something. And while with my narcissistic ex-friend, he talked a lot about his other loves of his life, and like his best friends and everything. And I think he keeps kind of like files on those people, and I think he actively like stalks them, but there is some kind of checking up on them. There was something that, I mean, I didn't think much of it, like about it at the time. I didn't find it suspicious or anything, just okay, well, some people, like, I don't know, keep pictures from like relationships long ago. Some people are friends with people they have had relationships or friendships with, like they're still like not close friends maybe, but like, so I was like, okay, whatever, like that person is telling me something. So I was focused on the story they were telling me, or like the conversation essentially. But since I came out of there, I'm like, oh, this person might engage in stalking, not like 100%, but it might happen. So that's why I blocked them. I want my peace of mind. Like, I wouldn't know, but if there is an opportunity, I might think about it. So I'm like, I don't need this. The point is, I'm dumb. I don't know how stalking works because I don't engage in it. And what was it, like the day before yesterday, like a couple days ago, I understood. I was like, oh shit, I don't know how the world works. So we met online on a website dedicated to posting texts. My narcissistic ex-friend read my text. He commented like, oh, it's so good, and I'm like, let's be friends. And I'm like, yeah, let's be friends. And then I say we, but it's me. We wrote one text together, and there was another text that we kind of like, we wrote the same idea separately. Like, we talked about the idea, and he wrote something and I wrote something, but these texts are posted in like co-authorship, which means like if there is some activity under these texts, both of us see that. Like if there is a comment or a like, we get both of us will get notifications. There are other things too, like I originally write it in English, and then I translate it sometimes into my native language, and the translations I would sometimes dedicate to my narcissistic ex-friend for no further reason. So there are these kind of like monuments to my stupidity and like remnants of that. And I've also been thinking, like, should I do anything about that? And of course I don't do anything, because like they're not asking anything from me, they're just there, and like I might not want to look at them, but you know, scrolling exists, so I can just like look away, scroll, and then I need to find something in the text, or I want to reread my text, so I can just do that. I don't need to look at the dedication or anything, like if I want to avoid some thoughts. And yeah, I have this policy that like everything stays. Well, I forgot, yeah, so the blogs, I deleted my blogs actually recently, about 2 weeks ago. My old, very old blog that I stopped keeping because of some changes in the website, so I transferred to another website, like blogging platform. And it was just like sitting there again, just accessible and public and open. And then the transfer happened while we were still friends. So I basically understood, like, I will not be able to engage with any of them, like both of them, either of them anymore. Like, I don't have, not even be able, like, I'm disconnected from them entirely. Like, that it's lost, essentially. It's just completely lost. So I thought, I'm just gonna delete them. So I did. It's funny, like, how everything coincides now. So yeah, basically we have these couple texts in co-authorship, and it never crossed my mind that something crossed my mind, but it was like, because I cannot predict the other person, or what, like, multiple people? I don't fucking know what they're gonna do, like, something? So I basically just focus on what I feel about it, and my peace of mind, and I'm like, should I delete these dedications, or like, should I delete these co-authored texts or something? Should I like delete my authorship and just leave it to them or whatever? And yeah, the answer is always like, it's just easier not to do anything, because like it doesn't actually cause much distress to me, because I very occasionally recall that it's there, and it's again just my internal processes. It's nothing is happening, so it's like, whatever. Something is happening. Let's see how much time we have. Yeah, let me pause and start again.